To another episode of Houston's Home Automation. This is a show where I show you how to make your house smart enough to save you money or apartment. So today I looked at my electric bill and it looks like this. I know, right? Actually, this is to be expected because I do own 2 EVs and charge them at my house. And the gas bill is basically a part of an error. See, what I did last year was have these SmartThings sensors attached to all of my windows around the house for a home security system. And I forgot that my Nest thermostat follows those SmartThings sensors temperature parameters, which would then run my HVAC unit to compensate for the temperatures that were closest to the window and obviously closest to the cold. So I've made some adjustments, and if you have a similar setup through, say, Ecobee or Honeywell or any other smart thermostat that has its own satellite sensors, first off, if you're using a Google Nest sensor or something similar, you want to put the sensor in the top center of the room on the wall that is furthest from any window to get the most accurate temperature reading in that room. But I don't use Nest sensors, I use the SmartThings sensors. So this is how my house is set up, using those sensors as the temperature nodes in my house. Now in my house, as I said, this is a virtual mock-up of my house. I've used those sensors and put them closest to the doors. And what I can have with that now is an accurate temperature of each and every door or room in my upstairs. And as we can see here, all 3 of those temperatures are around 72 degrees, which is right bang on for where I want it to be. Now, SmartThings is now intuitive, and it sees that the temperature in the great room, which is the lower level of my house, is 58.5 degrees, and it's saying Gibson heat. But it's, as I said before, it is actually set upstairs so that the heat moves up there instead of downstairs, which is, those rooms are a lot smaller and they're a lot easier to heat rather than just blasting the entire house with heat. So real quick, I'll just walk you through some of the automations that I have that maybe you can follow if you have a smart thermostat and this sort of setup. So most importantly, I have an automation that is set up that uses everyone in my house's phone's geotagging, and once anybody leaves, the thermostat automatically turns off. And once anyone arrives, the thermostat automatically turns on. Very easy to set up. Every smart app has some sort of geolocation feature where you can do something like this. Now, where it gets more intricate is things like the sleep routines. So it's said that sleeping in 68 degrees is the ideal sleeping temperature. And what I end up having is, I have an issue. So when we're spending time downstairs, I have a cold spot downstairs. So the heater has to compensate for that cold spot. So when it's time to go upstairs, the rooms are often hot. So what I have here is at 10:30, when everyone goes to sleep normally, is when the bedroom sensor and my son's room sensor and my wife's room sensor are all at 75 degrees, or any of them are above 75 degrees. That's too hot to sleep in. So the thermostat automatically turns on to cool those rooms down until they hit to that 68 degrees. I even have a workaround so that when my wife has certain days off, she likes to be in her home office in her studio, which is typically cooler. I have a automation that says when she's home, the thermostat automatically goes to heat and heats up that great room space to about 74 to 75 degrees the way she likes it. So that's one solution. Another great solution that I found on Home Depot is this, a smart vent that will let you control it remotely to open and close vents to get to a certain desired temperature. Now, the only problem that I see with this smart vent is that it only operates with Alexa and Google. So that can be a bit difficult because a lot of our automations have to do with temperature settings and things like that, and the Google and Alexa platforms aren't that detailed when it comes to making these automations. So I might go try this out today just to see what it's about. Oh look, a commercial.
Most rooms in a home aren't the same temperature. Sun exposure, room size and layout, and HVAC system design all drive temperature imbalance. This leads to frustrating yet common situations like unproductive home offices and bedrooms that are too hot to sleep in.
Right.
Smart thermostats and room sensors can help, but don't fix the underlying problem. Instead, moving the problem to another room. This results in fluctuating, uncomfortable temperatures and wasteful energy usage throughout the home. That's where Flare comes in, working with your smart thermostat to redistribute airflow. Flare smart vents are easy to install and are the most efficient way to achieve room-by-room temperature control. A simple, customizable solution, no matter your home type or layout. And the best part is Flare's software, automated room-by-room temperature control that you can set and forget, streamlining how, where, and when air flows through your home. We've already given tens of thousands of people across North America.
So I tell you what, I really like that Flare smart vent because that actually solves the rest of the problems. You know, if I set my rooms to that 70 something degrees, then that means the downstairs can get as cold as 60 degrees, which will make my Polish dog freeze, but he's got fur, he's fine. But I do want to give this a shot. So this will be a 2-part series. I'll publish this and I'll let you guys know my results in a video coming up shortly. Anyway, thanks for listening to me. I hope I gave you guys a good intro on how to get your HVAC system to cooperate with you and account for any cold spots in your house or any weird things you got going on in your house. Thanks a lot for listening to me. I've been Patrick Houston from Houston's Home Automation. Take it easy, guys.